still battling a woods fire that started over the weekend near Highway 603 near Bayou LaCroix over in Hancock County. At last check there, the Mississippi Forestry Commission says 90% of the fire has been contained there. It adds that about 190 acres have been burned so far. North Shore Drive subdivision was evacuated Sunday night as a precaution. In addition to the Mississippi Forestry Commission, Bay St. Louis Fire and Bayside Volunteer Fire assisting with the containment efforts. And I want to say that evacuation had been lifted since then.